A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English, 'cause it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hi everyone and welcome back to A+ English. I'm Pat.
And I'm Laura.
And we're on day 2 of our article about the quiet beauty of ceramics, making things out of clay. And we talked about how good it is to feel, or how great it feels to make something with your own hands, something beautiful you can touch and look at for many years after. But our warm-up question is, can you teach someone to make something? And if you can, talk about the steps.
I think I can. It's pretty easy. I mean, I've talked about knitting. That's easy.
Oh, okay.
Cooking is also another thing that's very easy to make. And then it's very, like if you follow the recipe, it's very easy, I think.
Yeah, I was going to go with the cooking idea.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what else I could make. I couldn't teach somebody how to write because most of the time I'm just guessing and figuring out what works. I don't know if I could teach somebody how to act, but that's not really making something.
Exactly.
But an actual dish, a cooking dish, this rice dish, this other dish, this bean dish, whatever. Yes, I could say, do this, 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 and this. And actually give them, you know, like soak the beans, fry the onions, cut up the vegetables,
or boil
add in these leaves. Yeah, keep stirring slowly and adding a little more of the soup part every minute or two. So yeah, I could probably do that. So that's going to relate to what we're going to look at today with making some ceramics.
Wow.
Let's read through our article.
The quiet beauty of making ceramics. Warm-up question. Can you teach someone to make something? Talk about the steps.
Ceramics are fun, but they're not easy. There are a few steps to follow. First, you have to mix the clay. All the air has to come out, or it will make big problems. Next, shape the clay. You can use your hands, tools, and a potter's wheel to turn it. The clay is still wet, so you can do anything. After the clay dries, it goes into a special oven. This makes the ceramics very hard. Now you can put on glaze. This lets you put colors on the ceramics and make them smooth. Look for classes to learn ceramics. Then you can make your own beautiful work and take it home.
So we did say yesterday that making ceramics is a lot of fun. We also learned yesterday that it's not quick. It takes a bit of time. And here we learned something else. Ceramics are fun, but they're not easy.
Yeah, okay, 这我也认同。就是陶器啊，或是陶瓷是很有趣、很好玩，但是它不简单哦。
Yeah, I mean, it's easy enough to get some clay and make a shape, but to actually make something that would work or looks good, that takes a little more effort. But we're going to try and help. The article says there are a few steps to follow.
OK， 所以你可能要遵守一些步骤，所以我们接下来就要来聊聊一些步骤咯。
All right, so first, you have to mix the clay. I didn't even know this.
OK， 首先你要先把这个陶土给混好哦。
Why do you have to do this? Well, all the air has to come out or it will make big problems.
Wow, I didn't know this.
I guess if there's air inside it and then you kind of finish the job, that air pocket could make it weak. And then the first time you try to hold it or use it, then it'll smash.
OK， 所以空气呢都要出来哟，不能留在里面，不然会有很大的问题呢。And here I believe we see our very first word power word, which is the word air. Air 就是空气啦，它是一个名词，像是空气污染，很糟糕，英文就是 air pollution。那通常呢，如果你要出去外面呼吸一下新鲜空气哦，你就可以这么说 I went outside to get some fresh air. 我到室外呼吸一下新鲜空气，也就是 fresh air。我们来看一下单字例句。All humans need food, water, and air to live. 所有人类存活都需要食物、水，还有空气哦。
Or you might say, there's not enough fresh air in this room. Let's open a window. So you've mixed the clay, you've got the air out. What's next? The article says, next, shape the clay.
And now shape here is used as a verb.
Right, we had a noun yesterday, didn't
Yes.
we?
Okay, 所以接着我们要怎么样 shape the clay， 把这个陶土塑形。OK， 其实 shape 昨天我们是不是已经看到它有当做名词的用法，就是形状。举例来说 ，We sell all shapes and sizes of teddy bear。我们出售各式各样的，就是各种 size 啊，各种的形状的玩具熊。不过 shape can also mean a lot of different things.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, when used as a noun, shape could also mean 一个情况或是一个健康的状况。举例来说 ，How are you? Oh, I'm in great shape. 意思就是说我的身体好极了，健康状况是 OK 很好的。OK， 那再来呢？我们回到课文咯，它是当作动词来用，就是使成型或是塑造的意思。So this one is similar to the one we use in the article. When you've made the dough, shape it into 2 loaves. OK， 所以生面团揉好之后，把它捏成2个长条的面包。And also this is another meaning when used as a verb. Shape 还有决定或者是影响，尤其是指信仰或是思想的一个形式啊。For example, many people are not able to shape their own destinies. 很多人不能决定自己的命运。
Yeah, and of course, with dough, you can shape dough into all kinds of things. A donut, like a ring.
Right.
Square cake, you can shape that into like a twisted, like a pretzel shape. You can do all sorts. So anything that's soft and before it's kind of cooled down and gotten hard, you can shape it in many ways. Now, how do you shape clay? Well, the article is going to explain that there are several ways. You can use your hands, okay, simple enough. Tools, they're usually kind of wood or cut it and stuff. And a potter's wheel to turn it.
Right, okay, potter's wheel. 你们有在电影看过这个吗？就是制陶用的转轮哦。所以课文是提到说，你可以用手啊、工具，还有这个 potter's wheel， 就是制陶用的转轮来转动。
Yeah, you kind of like press down almost like a bicycle to make it spin. And then as it spins, you can keep getting to new bits, keep it in the right shape. So instead of having to pick it up and turn it yourself, which would affect the shape, it does its own turning and you can just make sure it fits the right way. It does take practice to use a potter's wheel.
It's not as easy as it seems.
Have you tried it?
Yes.
I think I must have tried it like many, many years ago. Certainly not in recent times. Yeah, a lot of rhythm, a lot of practice to it. But what we do learn is the clay is still wet, so you can do anything.
OK， 所以当这个陶土还湿湿的，你就可以做任何事情哦，所以你就可以塑形啊。
Okay, so when it dries though, you can't immediately start using it. Sure, it's dry, but it still won't be properly hard. And we learn after the clay dries, it goes into a special oven.
OK， 所以陶土干了后，它就会进去一个非常特别的烤炉哦。这里呢，我们要停一下，因为我们要来学习从属连接词 after、before 的用法。Let's check out our magic box.
Magic Box.
我樱木花道虽然是个篮球天才，但不代表我不需要练习。I always start practicing before he comes. 我总是在那个讨人厌的流川枫来之前就开始练习了。哈哈哈，大家看好了，再过不久呢，我就要超越他。到时候呢，我的梦中情人就不再暗恋他，一定会爱上我啦。中文里面呢，我们要表示时间的先后顺序会说什么之前或什么之后。英文里面其实也是一样的哦。当我要表示之前，我们就可以说 before， 表示之后呢，就可以用 after。这两个单字呢，都是连接词，可以连接两个完整的字句，而连接起来后呢，就可以表示时间的先后顺序，两件事情谁先谁后啦。我们一起来看几个例句了。Every morning I go jogging before I go to school. 每天早上去学校之前呢，我都会去慢跑锻炼我的体力。Before 呢，在这边呢就连接了 I go jogging 跟 I go to school 两个事件，然后呢表达了时间的先后。在去学校之前，我慢跑。OK， 这个呢就是用 before 跟 after 这两个单字形成句子的方法咯。除了呢两个事件之外呢，我们也可以加上时间。例如呢，我去学校的时间大概是早上7点哦，所以呢，我也可以说 I go jogging before 7 a.m. 7点之前呢，我去慢跑，或者是下课后怎么样呢 ？I join the practice after 5 p.m. 我下午5点之后呢，就会加入练习。After 就表示之后，那句型呢是长得一模一样的哦。句子里的位置呢，从属连接词不一定要在中间，我们也可以把整段连接词引导的部分移到句首咯。Before I go to school, I go jogging. 去上学之前呢，我慢跑。注意到呢，我们把连接词引导的部分移到前面时，要记得加一个逗号，分隔两部分啦。Before today's lesson, you probably didn't know how to use before and after. 今天的课程以前哦，你可能不知道怎么用 before after， 但是嘞 ，you should know it after the lesson. 上课完之后你就该知道啦，还不赶快谢谢我英文天才樱木花道，哈哈哈哈哈哈。
So the clay is it's dry, but it's not properly cooked, baked, whatever you want to use, and that's where the oven comes in.
OK, oven 是什么呢？我们来听一下我们的 word power 讲解。Oven 它有烤炉啊、烤箱的意思，它是一个名词哦。在家里你们有烤箱吗？那就可以烤蛋糕哦。Place the cake in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius. 就是将蛋糕放入加热到摄氏180度的烤箱中。我们来看一下单字例句，也是烤蛋糕Leon baked the cake in the oven for 35 minutes. Leon 把蛋糕放进烤箱里烤35分钟。
Or you might say this oven can cook a pizza in just 6 minutes.
Wow.
So yeah, ovens we generally think of as being for food, but of course you can use a special kind of oven to bake clay. And we see this, or putting it in the oven, makes the ceramics very hard.
OK, 所以放进烤箱或是烤炉就会使陶器变得比较坚硬哦。Hard is also a word power word.Hard 在本课是当作形容词用，就是坚硬的或是坚固的哦。它的相反词当然就是 soft， 很软的，对不对？我想到的是，吃东西吃到硬的东西啊。Babies like to chew on hard objects when they are teething. 就是小孩子他们可能在长牙齿的时候，他们通常都会想要去咬一些比较硬的东西哦，会帮助他们长牙齿。我们来看一下单字例句的用法。The ground was hard, so I couldn't dig in the garden. 这个土壤很硬，所以我没有办法在这个花园里挖洞。
Or you might say, the chairs in my classroom are too hard. They're too uncomfortable to sit on. So you've got your clay hard, it's been in the oven, and the article then says, now you can put on glaze.
OK, put on 在这里就是指涂啊或是抹这样子一个片语。 那接着呢，我们知道它已经在烤箱烤完了，现在你可以在上面涂抹一层釉。
Now here's another example that also involves stuff in the oven. After the cake is out of the oven, you can put on the frosting or icing, depending on which word you use.
Okay.
So what's glaze?
Glaze 有点难，就是釉料。I think it's that shiny, thing that we see on the outside of ceramics.
Right. It's basically made of a little bit of clay, some kind of crushed stone, maybe a few little metals, and some kind of liquid. It's almost like a paint or oil that you put around it, and it sort of seals it together, makes it harder, but we also see in the article, this lets you put colors on the ceramics and make them smooth.
OK， 所以 smooth 就是光滑的、平滑的，它是一个形容词。所以刚刚我们提到的釉料 ，OK， 釉，它会使你在帮这个陶瓷上色的时候变得更加的 smooth 平滑哦。
Right, you might say Anna's hair always feels smooth after she washes it with this shampoo. But all of this sounds quite complicated and it's not really something you're going to be able to do at home unless you kind of spend money on a big studio.
Right.
So the article says, look for classes to learn ceramics. So get a real teacher who knows what to do and has all the equipment.
Right, OK. 如果真的你很想要学或者很有兴趣，你可以找一些学习制作陶瓷的课程哦。刚刚的句子看到的 learn 是当作动词来用，有学习的意思哦。I want to learn Korean. In fact, I learned a bit of it by watching Korean dramas. 没错，我觉得我一边看韩剧，我的韩文好像更加进步咯。我们来看一下单字例句。For me, the best way to learn English is by watching videos. 对我而言，学英文最好的方法就是看影片。
Or we could say James learned Spanish in an online class.
Wow.
So yeah, take a class, go up to Inga or find somewhere else that's a bit closer to home. And then, as the article says, then you can make your own beautiful work and take it home.
Yay! I think that's the best part. OK，然后你就可以做你自己美丽的作品啊，然后还可以把它带回家。
Yeah, or sometimes they will like send it to you in a couple of weeks after the drying and baking.
That's
and
right.
Some of that
Takes
part
time.
is done. Right. So that is the end of the article, but we're not quite finished yet. Let's now check out our review time activity.
Review time!
So we've had a few different word power words over the last 2 days of the article. Let's review a few in the form of questions. Firstly, do you have an oven and what do you use it for? Not obviously cooking, but what kind of cooking would you do in it?
Yes, and I would actually bake pizzas.
Yeah, for sure. I used to have an actual oven, but it broke. So we've now got an air fryer oven that works as an air fryer and like it can do toast, it can do normal baking, it can kind of do most things.
Probably takes less time.
Yeah, and it can get pretty hot. So yeah, I have an air fryer and we'll use it for pretty much everything from reheating kind of breads to actually baking something, cooking a pizza, whatever. Next question, what things bring you joy these days?
A lot of things actually.
Okay.
Eating great food, meeting up with friends, watching a good movie.
Getting a decent night's sleep.
It
brings me joy these days.
For sure.
Okay, what is one of your favorite, got 2 words that mean pretty much the same, works or pieces of art?
When I think of art, I still think of paintings. So I'm going to say Mona Lisa.
Okay, that's one of the ones you kind of really think like, that's a cool piece.
Yeah.
I like finding new pieces rather than sort of thinking about favorite ones. I would go and check out.
That's true.
Yeah, I want to see new stuff every time.
Yeah.
Like to see what else is out there rather than go back and look at sort of an old favorite. Okay, last one. What is something you'd like to learn someday?
Actually, I just signed up for classes for this. K-pop dances.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is something I'm thinking of, my New Year's resolution idea.
Yeah, I'm sure it's great exercise as well as a bit of fun. And So maybe in a couple of months, let's going to be seeing you doing it
for sure.
right here on A+
Fingers
English.
crossed. Yeah.
What would I like to learn someday?
Yeah.
Thai cooking. I missed out a chance to do it when I was in Thailand on
Right?
vacation. There was just no time. I was like, I kind of wish I'd taken that little few-hour course, even if it's just learning how to make a couple of dishes.
Sounds great. Maybe you could make something for us one day.
Yeah, something I kind of think, missed that. Next time. Is there been a next time? Not yet, but I'd certainly like to go back and have a crack at it. But that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. For A+ English, I'm Pat.
And I'm Laura.
And we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
The quiet beauty of making ceramics. Warm-up question. Can you teach someone to make something? Talk about the steps.
Ceramics are fun, but they're not easy. There are a few steps to follow. First, you have to mix the clay. All the air has to come out, or it will make big problems. Next, shape the clay. You can use your hands, tools, and a potter's wheel to turn it. The clay is still wet, so you can do anything. After the clay dries, it goes into a special oven. This makes the ceramics very hard. Now you can put on glaze. This lets you put colors on the ceramics and make them smooth. Look for classes to learn ceramics. Then you can make your own beautiful work and take it home. Word power.
Air. Air. All humans need food, water, and air to live. All humans need food, water, and air to live. Oven. Oven. Leon baked the cake in the oven for 35 minutes. Leon baked the cake in the oven for 35 minutes. Hard. Hard. The ground was hard, so I couldn't dig in the garden. The ground was hard, so I couldn't dig in the garden. Learn. Learn. For me, the best way to learn English is by watching videos. For me, the best way to learn English is by watching videos.
认识字汇
Potter's wheel. Potter's wheel. Glaze. Glaze. Smooth. Smooth.